everybody, welcome to the QuickFit British Touring Car Championship delayed coverage of round 11 of the series from Oulton Park. This took place earlier on today. To start with, Gordon Shedden in the first race touched the side of Adam Morgan, flew him in towards the barrier and caused him to retire from the race. Now Gordon Shedden for this race has been given a 3-place grid penalty for that collision, so instead Shedden now starts 6th on the grid rather than the 3rd from what happened last time out. So it's an amended result from that previous race. Now, here we go then. This is the studio mode. We'll have 2 different streams on at the same time as well. Now, as the green flag flies, we're about to form on the formation map. This is how it works. That track map is ready on turn 1, lap 1. The timings here are ready when the lights go out. Here's the grid then. Row 1, Tommy Grummel is alongside Ash Sutton on the first row. Row 2, Robbie Butcher alongside Colin Turkington. Row 3, Dan Camish is alongside Gordon Shedden. Row 4, Dan Lloyd and Josh Cook. Row 5 on the grid, Dan Rowbottom and Ricky Collard. Row 6, Stephen Jelly and Aidan Moffat. Row 7, Jake Hill and Michael Crees. Row 8, Bobby Thompson and Aaron Taylor-Smith. Row 9, Jason Plato and George Gamble. Row 10 sees Sam Osborne and Ollie Jackson. Row 11, Jade Edwards is alongside Nicholas Hamilton. Row 12 on the grid sees Dexter Patterson alongside Jack Butel. Row 13 sees Rick Parfit alongside Will Powell. Row 14 is Ash Hand and Tom Chilton. And row 15 sees Adam Morgan right at the back of the grid here as well. It's the Dunlop QuickFit British Touring Car. Unless I'm sleeping tonight. Let's have a quick check-in then with Jade Edwards talking down the box with ITV earlier on today.
The first race, more on the cards in the second.
Breaking up a bit there, David. I can't quite hear you.
I was just saying, Jade, you made progress in the first race and more in the second, no doubt.
Wow, that's not going well.
Sadly, I think Jade Edwards is at a part of the circuit where the audio doesn't play ball very well, so we'll leave Jade to it for the moment. The car, just to make the point, was 24th on the grid for race 1, 21st by the end of it. So
looks good already. And if you're wondering, by the way, 1, the headset is the other way around because it's the only way my ears don't go absolutely manic. 2, the driver tracker is scheduled lap 1, turn 2. This is lap 1 as soon as the lights go out. I'll press the button as well. We'll all be hunky-dory. It's the 2022 QuickFit British Touring Car Championship. It's round 11. Track temperature is bright, 16.3 degrees air temperature. Dry track temperature, 28.3 degrees. In terms of the hybrid available, Ingram's available for 5 laps, Sutton for 6, Butcher for 8, Turkington for 9, Camish for 10, Shedden for 7, Lloyd for 11, Cook for 12, Rowbottom 13, Collard 14, and everyone from Jelly below can use unlimited amounts of hybrid boost power throughout this race of what is scheduled to be 15 laps in length. Now, this is a delayed watch-along coverage, which means I haven't actually seen this race. I don't know what's happening, so I'm reacting to it as live as well. And hopefully you can sync up when the lights go out. But one good thing about all this is the fact is that we can do the race as live, commentate to you as live, and hopefully get this done by later on this evening. But we won't mention during the actual race that this isn't live, as per for purpose of the season reviews later on in the season. It gets complicated, trust me, really, really fast. And I said that we'll have the driver tracker back for race 2. I did not lie, and I would never. We've got it back in operation. So, it's the Dunlop. Keep doing that. It's the QuickFit British Touring Car Championship here from Oulton Park. Tensions are rising at an all-time high as well. And so they should be, because the atmosphere here is tense. You can feel it sort of trying to break through like a very nasty cold, as you can see. Hang on. It's talking about a very nasty cold as well. Sneezing is not a good look after being in this box for 24 hours. I can tell you that right now. Anyway, so tensions will begin to rise. Lap 1, turn 1 is where we need to keep the systems on. So hold on for all of the action here for the start of this one. I'm just getting the things ready. The whole button will be ready. All I've got to do is click play and it will start. And I've got to quickly find the other one as well. So it shouldn't take that too long for the race start. Okay. Stand by for action then. It is round 11 of the QuidFit British Touring Car Championship. Green flag in the back, all eyes to the 5 red lights, and when they go out, round 11 of the QuidFit British Touring Car Championship is go, and it's a good start from Sutton. It's a good start from Ingram as they run down towards turn 1. Ingram has the advantage. Now it's going to be down. Butcher looks at the inside line, shuts the door. Ingram can't get through this. He's going to have to try and find another way through as they head down now towards the Denton chicane area, down right to the bottom of the hill. And again, look at Sutton on a right charge there. Moffin's backed off a little bit as well. Hill's gone forward. Dan Rowbottom's had a poor start as they head down towards Island Bend for the first time. Butcher staying in third, so it's race 1, just part 2, effectively as well, with the grid staying the same bar. Shedden getting a penalty for it as well. The 2 Honda Yasser racing nearly side by side, further back as well. Top 7, no, correction, top 8 are as they finished as well. It is status quo at the front with Ingram, Sutton, Butcher, Turkington, Camish, Shedden, Lloyd, Cook, Collard, big lock up, and through the gravel goes Rowbottom. Rowbottom through the grass, and a little bit of dust getting kicked up as well. Everyone just getting through okie dokie as that's Patterson side by side with Ricky Parfitt as they came up through Knickerbrook in towards Clay Hill, and now on the run up the hill towards Druids for the first time. This is into Druids for that first time on the braking zone as well. Ingram then has that advantage. Let's hope he has that praying mantis anticipation of what to do as Cook and Collard in a battle together across the line as well, desperately trying to find a way through. Cautiously while accelerating, Cook dives to the inside. Collard can't find a way through. Cook's slipped through ever so nicely and has taken the position. Ingram, Sutton, Butcher, Turkington, Camish, the top 5. Shedden, Lloyd, still top 6. Who's the biggest winners on the start? You have to get the goggles out. Oh, and that's getting the grass up before the engine catches fire. It's practically a mowing car. There's a lawnmower, these ones as well. Collard's up 2 places. Well, up 3 is Jake Hill. 4 for Jackson as well. 6 places for Hand. 7 places for Morgan. So Adam Morgan, by a hand, wins the opening lap award. As let's have a look what happened at turn 1. Up the inside, Cook dishing through and making a good move on Collard. Slipped up the inside, knew what he wanted, knew what he liked, and made it stick as well. So thumbs up there. A good manoeuvre as they enter the top of the hill then as well. Ingram, Sutton, Butcher, Turkington, Camish, Shedden, Lloyd, Cook, Collard, Hill, top 10 as they swing back down the back half of the straight then. Past into Druids and into Warwick Bridge. Past underneath that now into Lodge Corner, the last corner. Deer Leap is the swing on top of the hill as well to swing it towards the right. It looks a fantastic off-board camera angle as well as we try and hopefully be able to show you some of these touring cars tracks as well. We showed you Snetterton exactly a year ago today. So it's a year ago today since we were at Snetterton. So I hope you'll remember when we were trackside as well. I can't believe it was a year ago. Oh, Bollard getting kicked up there by Colin Turkington. Well, Colin Turkington never did like anything on the front there, the Bollard, so I can't really blame him there. Sutton set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:26.378, and he's on the back of Ingram, trying to find the attacking momentum. They haven't used their hybrid yet, which is a surprise. I thought they would have used their hybrid around about this time of the evening. Nope, nothing looking okay to me as they come around the hairpin. Just got to find some sort of a straight line gap for Sutton as well. They can make a clean move with his hybrid and not have to defend as well at the exit using more of that 15 seconds. As see, look, defending is Morgan up the hill. Jade Edwards doing the same thing, and then you lose it because you're losing 15 seconds defending up the hill instead of through the chicane and through the corners, where you can be smart about it, use it the chicane, and it gets a better launch down the back straightaway. Use your hybrid power, very, very clever, and it will work magnificently. So lap 3 of 15 as well. It's not a long race here. It does go by quite quickly at Oulton Park, as you can see on the track maps as well. 12 corners, 2.223 miles in total on your monitors. And don't worry, by the way, Josh Plays will be back with us for the next round as well. I think it's at Croft, round 5. So it's looking good as this is on board. Tim Harvey, talk us through it.
But already on his outside is Aidan Moffat, who sweeps all the way around to outside of both him and Stephen Jelly. That was a great first corner from Aidan Moffat, and he gets the Dynamics Honda as well of Dan Rowbottom. That was a great first couple of corners from Moffat.
It was it? Absolutely. Got it all hooked up, didn't he? Jake Hill then tries to commit his move on the outside line going down towards Island Bend there.
Yeah, and Hill can't get through on the outside line. Neither can as well. Quite a lot of the field struggling out there. Ricky Collard tried around the outside of the 99 Jade Edwards. Didn't make the move stick as well. Jade was keeping her ground as much as she possibly could throughout the situation, but still looking strong and looking the alternative route as Camish holds on the advantage as well. And still, Lloyd's used 1 of his 11 laps of hybrid, so has Cook. Collard's used 2 of the 14 he's allowed. Turkett has now used 2 of 9, so has Camish, 2 of 10. So they have started to use their hybrid power, which makes more sense. It keeps it in reliability as Shedden looks up the inside of Dan Camish as well, the former teammates. Now with Camish and Napa Racing, Shedden still sort of stole his job at Halford Joseph Racing as well. So it's not really the best of situations anymore as they're sliding through the first corner at Old Hall. Down the avenue, through Denton's, Cascades as well, trying to keep on the inside line. Good defending from Dan Camish. He's got 7 laps left of hybrid. Shedden has 6 laps left of hybrid power to use, and that is where the key is going to be. That is where the alternate strategy is going to be. Through those segments of the track, you can hold it through, like the hairpin, get a good squirt at the exit now. Exactly what happened to Colin Turkington. Look, he was on the hybrid. He was immediately on the back of Rory Butcher at the exit of Island Bend, down the hilltop, into his lops as well before Nicker Brook. And Butcher defends the inside lines again. Turkington can't seem to sweep a way through, can't find a way through at the current time. But again, he's got that advantage. He's got that, I want to say, special quality that we're looking for again. But this is the business. This is the one that we need to keep an eye on. Turkington then, no flashing blue light. Butcher the same. And they're limited on hybrid power, so I thought they might use something sometime. Ingram leads 0.4 of a second to Sutton at the moment here as Butcher and Turkington having more of dramas over the hill, far away. Who's going to come to play with the Teletubbies today as they're coming down in towards turn number 1? Turkington thought about it. Round the outside, can't get away through, tried to get the inside back on Butcher. Butcher's a wise head though in that Toyota Gazoo Racing. He's holding as much as he possibly can. Defends that inside line very, very late, coming into that part of the track. So this is actually wonderful, wonderful moves from everybody so far. Lap 6 of 15, 7 minutes in, 15 to go. As they keep hardening the positions. Hill down to 9th position as well. Collard 10th, Moffat, Jelly, Crees, Thompson, Taylor Smith, Plato is in there as well. Plato down to 16th. He's just outside the points paying position. And Taylor Smith holding down 15th. As you can see on the driver tracker, the numbers to the cars match the number to you're watching on the screen. As they hold back through. And holding back, let's have a quick... no, because they've gone away from now. I was going to throw up the ITV feed, but they've gone away from it. As everyone's just trying to hold through. So, Ingram is number 80, Sutton number 1, Butcher 6, Turkington 15, just in case you needed some general notes as well throughout all of this. But die-hard fans as well of the British Touring Car Championship know these numbers of old. Some of them even had them tattooed on them as well. As Jelly down into 12th position. He lost a place on the start. As I said, the biggest winner on the start. Definitely Adam Morgan up 7 places. Hill was up 6 places as well. Sorry, 4 places. He's lost 2 because he's been repassed by Lloyd and Cook, which had the top 8 positions. So they've lost out there. Sutton has had fastest lap overall, a 1:36.132. So that's a little one on the inside. As now Osborne versus Morgan with Ollie Jackson. Nearly comes on there. Now gone to the grass goes Morgan. Morgan takes it to the grass, nearly having more contact positions. I thought there was going to be a bigger drama than I wanted. But everyone just about holding their way and holding steady in this race. And now, side by side, Colin Turkington trying to swing round the outside to Rory Butcher. Down into his lumps. Butcher has the inside line, but Turkington is able to fight back round the outside, bumper to bumper, pushing him through into Knickerbrook. Flying up the hill to Clay Hill before Druids. Now, this is the opportunity that Turkington wants to go on the inside of Butcher when he's least expecting it, to dart through with the power and the grunt that BMW has compared to the Toyota. And look, Butcher knows it, pulls to the inside line, and there goes Turkington. Looks to try and get through on the tightest squeezing line into Lodge Corner, the last before you fly up the hill to the Deer Leap, which is the last official corner on the track, but it's really the start of the straight. Down towards turn 1 at Old Hall. Again, Turkington getting so close. I'm surprised he's been able to hold that gap as Hill and Collard go side by side. And again, Turkington's losing positions. Can't find way through. Butcher's been defending like an absolute demon out there. I've never seen Butcher defend this hard before. Turkington's having to actually fight for it today. Pulls to the outside line. Coming into the braking zone for the island bend. Butcher will go in a bit deeper. Force Turkington to take the wider outside line. They still side by side. Turkington's got the jump. They touch the wheels again. And Butcher has to get forced off. But Turkington does make the move. Right round the outside of Island Bend. He completed it at the top of the hilltop. And that was a superb move from Colin Turkington. A pure form of how to do class. Incredible. Incredible. As we see Butcher, once again on the replay, Tim Harvey, talk us through it.
So Butcher goes round slowly, covers the inside, little realising that Turkington's fully committed himself to that outside line and carrying the momentum and getting past.
Now, a lap or so ago, Jade Edwards diving down towards Lodge Corner.
Battling with Jackson.
Oh, there's Jackson, and they get themselves together.
Yeah, Gamble goes off, as well as Jolly Jackson, and Jade Edwards sneaks through and says thank you very much and puts a thumb up there as well. And thank you very much, boys. And Jade's through. Nicely done. As they're on board with her now in the Rich Energy BTC racing car. Right behind her is Adam Morgan in the BMW that was been hastily repaired. Mainly looks like with duct tape as well. Down in towards that first part of the track. It doesn't look like he's got duct tape on the front of it, doesn't it? It probably does after it nerfed the barriers in race 1. After Shannon put in, Jade Edwards is defending like mad. And Adam Morgan can't find a way through as they head down the hill into Cascades. Still, they're skating everywhere. I've never seen Jade defend this hard. I know I said that already this evening as well, but this is looking good. Morgan down into the braking zone. Will he try what Turkington did and hung around the outside? The BMW's got the grip and the power. Same car between Morgan and Turkington, so it stands to reason the same trick would work, and it has. Jade's got a poor X on the inside line. Adam Morgan on the outside using the hybrid power, and the grunt of that BMW engine sails around the outside even before the braking zone for the Hislop chicane and gets through way before in Knickerbrook. Good stuff there from Adam Morgan. Thumbs up and another amazing run. As this is a replay now with Josh Cook being passed as well, getting past Jake Hill, I believe. Hill's trying to come back on the inside line. Cook's forcing it towards the pit wall. Hill's not giving any positions, and Hill gets back through on the inside line. Well done. So Hill then is definitely back up into 8th position. I thought there might have been a bit more of a contact position, but no, bang on the positions and right exactly where we need to be as Camish and Shedden battling together as well. And this battle's still going on for 5th position. Camish using a little bit of hybrid power. Shedden wasn't. He's trying to save the amount he's got throughout the 2. And again, this is lap 10, by the way, of 15 of this race. They go by very, very fast in the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Last lap was a 1:36.132, and Camish gets a tap, 2 taps, 3 taps to make good for sure as well. Between the inside of Shedden going through. Now, Shedden's gone on the inside line because that Honda doesn't have the grunt on the outside line to get ahead. So he needs to force the position by putting the Napa Ford of Camish off the racing line, coming into the chicane area at Hislops. So that's the difference between the BMW. The BMW can go on the outside. It can make those hard, aggressive, powerful gestures. Shedden in the Honda, though, underpowered, has to use the inside line, has to get a bit physical by bumping the car, but has to be on the inside outside line coming into Hislops to make that move certain. The BMWs can go around the outside, so that's something to note down for race 2, this later on with race 2 and race 3 later on today. And basically noted down in the future, the BMWs can go around the outside, whereas the Hondas can only seem to go on the inside line. So hold that one. Here is Jake Hill, look, choosing the outside line into turn 1 to try and get a better run on the Hyundai of Dan Lloyd, and it's worked. It has worked. Hill's going to go for it. Pulls to the outside line. Now looks to the inside, down to the braking zone. Taps the brakes once, taps the brakes twice. Nearly hits Lloyd as well, actually, for good measure, as they swing back through. There's a train of cars now just coming out of the chicane area, down towards the little bend at the bottom of the hill, the hairpin down at the bottom there. And that is contrived, as you can see, of Camish all the way from as well. So yeah, it's Camish, it's Shedden, Camish, Lloyd, Hill throwing in there as well. Cook is joining that battle, but the 21 as well of Ricky Collard and Josh Cook still in there. So that's 9th and 10th positions now joined into that fight. They've got like giant claws and they're just latching on to the back of that and sort of getting them to drag them around so they don't have to do any work sort of themselves. The natural aero pull brings them all together instead, as Tom Ingram leads the way and has had quite a comfortable run. Ash Sutton in the Napa Ford is in second position. Colin Turkington holding third, and Sutton's got no more hybrid left for this lap, but Turkington does, and he's going to start now closing that small gap. It's now down to, 2.6 seconds, and that was up at previous lap with 3.79. So Turkington closing that gap by, second per lap. So this is fun racing. Really fun stuff, really close battling here. And if you're not a British touring car fan yet, where have you been? What are you doing? Why aren't you? This is amazing racing. Absolutely top brass as they come through. And Ash Sutton now looking on the inside line, late on the brakes. Holding it tight, but he made it stick. Made it stick. I'll take a full round of applause there if you don't mind. I think is what Shannon's going to be saying there. Okay, Jake Hill. Oh, and cutting, to the battle. The 42 of George Gamble battling with Jade Edwards. Gamble's gone through. Jade's going to try and get the cut back. And can she get through? No, the power of that BMW. Just so much grunt from that BMW engine. Never seen anything like it. It's like the Ducatis in MotoGP. That Honda that Jade Edwards is driving as well, and the Honda's Type Rs that the factories are having as well. Oh, big slide from Chilton, the Bristol Street Motors car, and lost a position. And it's just the BMW has definitely got the grunt on this circuit. This is their type of track. Surprising though, because Ingram is actually in a Hyundai. And he's leading the race, and Sutton is in a Ford. Turkington himself in third is in that BMW, but I wouldn't suggest he would be in the same position to illuminate himself as like, oh, I'm one of these ones who can do this and that. Seems very peculiar to me, as well as the power still seems to vest upon them as well, as Jake Hill tries to get around the outside into turn number 1 and 2, trying to get through on Dan Lloyd. Hasn't worked out. Hill's going to get on the power though, trying to find it, pulls to the outside line. That BMW's got the grunt. We know it can do it round the outside at the hairpin, but Dan Lloyd's forcing him wide in the Hyundai. So again, change of strategy. Hill goes to the inside line. Now this is putting the BMW a little bit on the aggressive, because Lloyd can now sweep round the outside if it's got the downhill speed, but no way, shape or form. Jake Hill gets the job done into the chicane at Hislops, and he's got it completely and sealed off by the time they get into Knickerbrook. Brilliant. Tim.
A bit of contact there, and it's enough to unsettle Lloyd's car, which makes him run a fraction wide, and then Hill could just turn inside him. Tiny fractions are all it takes.
Tiny fractions is all it takes, is the thing you missed there from Tim Harvey as it comes back down. Lap 13 then of 15. No safety car, which means no extension of laps then so far. But again, if it does come out in the last lap, we can have that come out, so just be warned of that. And now Turkington has brought that gap down to 1.035 seconds. Now 2.1 seconds at the moment. The gap between Sutton and Ingram has grown to 1 second, so that's what's caught me by surprise. Butcher is out of hybrid now for the rest of the race. He's used it all. 8 laps he was allowed, 8 laps he has used, and that's even worse as they try and hold back the flurry of hybrid activity as Shedden and Camish trying to go forward as well, trying to latch on. Well, this is do you want to take a gamble, take a bet? This is amazing racing between everyone so far. And choose your poison. Choose your murder weapon. This is what's going to be inside or outside at the Island Bend. And Morgan nerfs the back of Plato once. Plato already had a lockup. You're not going to get past Jason Plato like that, not in a month of Sundays. Plato knows every trick in the book and he'll defend with every single trick in the book. And then the secret joke book that he has got as well, as he's such a character. He's not going to go giving these positions up willy-nilly at all, as track temperature has now increased to 28.5 degrees. Air temperature 16.5, so it's still that cloudiness is here. It's still bright. But the rain clouds are still hovering over the back of the circuit. So I was worried, but we'll keep an eye on them as the race still continues on. Final lap then of race 2. A reminder that race 3 follows in around about 10 minutes time here on YouTube as we go back through. Final lap the call. Tom Ingram leads the way. He looks to do the double here in the opener for the Oulton Park 2 races, as Plato now having to defend the inside line. Morgan's trying to go out the outside line with the BMW down into the old hall through the avenue, and he's done it. Morgan sweeps round the outside, thumbs up, brilliant move. And with moves like Donald Trump I'm doing right now as well, maybe I should stop using the hand gestures. Fantastic move up the inside line. And Ingram now on course for his 3rd win of the season as well. He won in Donington. He won race 1 here this morning. Now he's going to win race 2 here at Oulton Park and just take it home into the victory. There's nothing else. This Bristol Street Murders team is absolutely fantastic. Non-stop racing, non-stop battering, and they have it all. Brilliant. Honestly brilliant. Into the last couple of corners then. Into the last couple of corners. Through the lodge. Cross the line at Deer Leap. Tom Ingram makes it 2 out of 2 and wins round 11 of the QuitFit British Touring Car Championship here at Oulton Park. Sutton is 2nd, Turkington takes 3rd, Butcher 4th, Shedden 5th, Camish is 6th, Hill 7th, Lloyd 8th, Cook 9th, Collard the top 10, Moffat 11th, Jelly 12th, Crees 13th, Thompson might just hold on as well and does for 14th, Taylor Smith 15th, 16th Morgan, 17th Plato, 18th Gamble, 19th Jade Edwards, 20th Osborne and Patterson 20th. Osborne 21st, Hand goes to 22nd place. After that, it's Butel, Jackson, Parfit, Chilton, Rowbottom, Hamilton and Powell laps down in this race. It's Tom Ingram, though, who takes round number 11 of the QuitFit British Touring Car Championship in 2022. His 3rd victory of the season, alongside 2 second places as well. The championship leader becomes Tom Ingram for the Bristol Street Motors. What a run. Let's give you the announcement then of who's on pole for race 3. Stephen Jelly takes pole for round 12. You can join us for all that in around about 10 minutes time here on YouTube.